question that comes up quite frequently is to how to export the quotations of a code family by codes. So I open the code manager now, and if I output the 15 quotations of that code now, well, Atlas sorts it actually by quotation ID. So if I double click, you see the organization of the codes by quotation ID. So this is the order of how you have created the quotations in the process of coding. So it's not necessarily the sequential order. So we see that here in these are actually the this is a good example here. There's quotation, the 266 quotations is in paragraph 372 to 373, and then I must have gone backwards here, and this quotation 295 is actually in paragraph 113 to 116. So it's actually quite normal that we go back and forth encoding and delete and modify and change something while we go along. So these quotation numbers here are front and chronological order when you have created a quotation, and here at the end of the quotation name we see the actual location in the document. Yeah, if you wanted that, we could sort that and resort that, but that would be for another short video. So the same if you then create an output for, you know, if I mark, maybe let's just take that code family here and mark all of these codes. If I now create an output, the output is for all the quotation in sequential order and not by the codes that you see here. So that's often what is not what people want. Yeah, so the normal output option would be output quotations for selected code, but then in quotation order. So if you want it the other way, well, you can use all codes with quotations. But in order now not to get all codes, I don't know how many quotations I have in this project, codes I have in the project, but quite a few. That will be a very long report. If you only want the quotations sorted by codes of that one particular code family, well, we then set this as global filter. Now all of the other codes out of view, they're temporarily not available in the software. And also if you now create the output, we select then the 4 codes here, choose output, and then all codes with quotations, and it goes through, and then I just open it up in the editor now. Of course you can save it now. The file and run option we don't need here, that's something for our Excel outputs. So I was able to review it before I would send it to the printer, and then it wasn't what you wanted. So now let's look at this report now. So now we get the code children make us unhappier, so to speak, and then all the quotations that belong to that. And now I have to catch here. Yeah, it's then separated by a line, and now we get children provide equal level of happiness and all the quotations that belong to that. And so I could now continue. So just remember, if you want to create an output that is sorted by codes and not quotation order, you can create any family you want like that, but that would be also for another video. The usefulness of code families, not as a higher order code, they are not higher order codes, they are filters. So you could select, now take out the global filter, you want a report of that code, and that code, I hold down now the control key in that code, and they are not in any group yet, but that's the output you want. Well, you see also there are multiple families there, everything that's highlighted here. So, and this is off the screen now, I just type in new family for output. And now these are just 5 randomly selected codes, set global filter, and now I highlight, select output, all codes with quotations. And then I get the report nicely sorted by the codes that I have now here in my list. So that's how it goes.